Very good morning to all students. Actually, we are going to do, we are starting this poems when I set out for Lyonnesse. This is a poem by Thomas Hardy. As you can read the name of the poet here, Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy was a great novelist. He was a Victorian realist, and his poetry is well known for romantic poetry as well as for nature also. But he was well known for the novels, as his poems were not published earlier. He turned to novels again, but later they were published. And but I feel that he was a great poet. And in this poem also, he brings out a spiritual touch. He just bring before us. He gives a spiritual touch to this poem, as the poet himself he visits a place. The theme of the place is that sometime we are blessed. You should always understand that there is a theme. There is always a particular theme which a poet wants to convey to us, to a poet. You know? In prose also, chapters also, I always tell you that you should try to learn the value that is guided to you. The same is here that in a poem there is always a theme, and in this poem we can say that the poet wants to convey that sometimes we are blessed by God, something which we are not aware of. In this poem, the poet himself he visits a place as a we can say young apprentice architect on his internship, you can say, he visits, he's asked, he's given a project and he has to visit a church, a parish on the restoration of a church. He's given a project to supervise that and he visits a place. On his return from the parish, people notice two things. And when he returns, two things are noticed about him. A new glow in his eyes and a crumpled piece of paper. Mark the line here. When he returns, two things are noticed about the poet. One is a new glow in his eyes, a different type of glow in the eyes of the poet. It is noticed, and a crumpled piece of paper sticking out of his coat pocket. That paper, it is recorded in his one of his biographies also, and it contained the draft of a poem. It was a poem which is recorded in his biographies. We are going to read that very poem inspired by a visit to a place which the poet calls Lyonnesse. Now let's start the poem. When I set out for Lyonnesse, I, you can understand, well understand that it is the poet himself. As you know that we might be asked question, who is I in the nine? It is the poet himself, Thomas Hardy. When I set out from Lyonnesse, Lyonnesse is a place where he is, where he visits for the to supervise the restoration of a church. 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the prey, and starlit lit my lonesome nest when I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away. Now, in a poem, one thing you need to understand, one you need to know, that is the rhyme scheme. Your first step is to note down the rhyme scheme. How we will check the rhyme scheme? We need to check the end of the each line of a stanza. In a poem, this passage is called a stanza. In prose, we call it a paragraph or passage, but in poem, we call it a stanza. Right? So we need to check the end of each line. For example, I read again. When I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray and starlight lit my lonesome. When I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles, you will take the first end of the line, for first end of the first line, it is Lyonnesse, Lyonnesse, fine. So it is sound A, यहाँ पे आप A लिखेंगे. Second is miles away, away, it is different sound, you will write B here. Now third, the rhyme was on the spray. Spray, it is same to the second line. So you will write B here. This is A, this is B, this is again B, and the third is lonesomeness. Lyonnesse or lonesomeness. Again the same sound, it is A. It is Lyonnesse and it is again lonesomeness. Okay, I take it C. It is not same as, because third is the same one of Lyonnesse. It is A, B, B, C. Third sound, then A. Again A. Then again it is away, it will be B. Right? So you are usually given 4 lines. You are usually given 4 lines, or of the stanza you can be asked. Clear? So that you have to write. And that you will write in pair. In pair means A, B. You will write, I read the poem again and you note down the pronunciation. When I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray and starlight lit my lonesomeness. It is C. When I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away. But you will write in pair. हम इसको कैसे लिखते हैं? हम ब्रैकेट में A, B, B, C, then it is again A, B. 6 lines are there. It is A, B, B, C, then again the same as first, it will be A, and then again B, A, B. Now come to the explanation of the poem. When I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away, here the poet, he says that I have to visit a place for the supervisor restoration of a church. And the name of the place is Lyonnesse. The Rhine was on the spray and starlight lit my lonesomeness. Lonesomeness means this word shows that the poet visited that place alone. He was alone. And starlight means full of stars. Means it was night time. The Rhine was on the spray. Rhine. Mark the word Rhine. Rhine means frost. Rhine means frost. The Rhine was on the spray means it was cold night. It was winter and the poet visited the place alone. It was night time. Different lines will symbolize different things to you. That is called the use of symbolism. This is symbolism used by the poet. आपको अलग-अलग जो description है वो आपको time के बारे में बता रही है, वो आपको season के बारे में बता रही है. That is telling that poet is visiting alone. So very important 2 lines. The Rhine was on the spray means it was cold night. The frost was sprayed. Sprayed you can understand now. It was all frost everywhere. The starlight lit my lonesomeness. मेरे lonesomeness को रोशनी कम दे रहा था starlight. That means the sky was full of stars. It was clear night. Then I set out for Lyonnesse, 100 miles away. What would the hands at Lyonnesse when I should sojourn there? No prophet does declare, nor did the wisest wizard guess. What would be hands at Lyonnesse when I should sojourn there? What could be hands at Lyonnesse? Means I was not aware while I should sojourn there. Sojourn there means stay there. What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? No prophet does declare. No prophet. Prophet, you understand that prophet is the person who can tell about the future. So the poet says, nobody could guess. I stay there, I should stay there. Nobody could guess what I was going to achieve there, where I should stay. This place was, the detail of this place was known to nobody. Even prophet can't tell. Nor did the wisest wizard guess. Wisest wizard, nobody, even the wise people, they can tell me that what will happen there, what is going to happen there. If we check the vocabulary part beta, you can check, turn the page and check the page, the vocabulary here. You will be having all these words clearness. That is the lexical place. Then rhyme is crossed, spray spread everywhere, leaves and branches of the trees is was spread there. Then dust, dared, be chance, by chance, sojourn, stay, radiance, flow, happiness, so be. That I will describe to you. So only these words are given to you as vocabulary. So you need to note down side by side. What would be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there? No prophet does declare. No prophet was able to tell me. Nobody could guess that what is going to happen or what was the all the environment there, as it was not visited by common people. This place was not visited by common people. So, nor did the wisest wizard guess. No, even the wise people can tell me or guide me what could be chance at Lyonnesse while I should sojourn there. Nobody could ever guide me. Nobody was able to guide me. What? Because usually the such places, I can't say haunted. Haunted are again less visited or not visited at all. Haunted are the places not visited by all. So it was not commonly visited by the common people. So no prophet or the wise people can guide me where I should stay, what I should take with me. Means he was also, these stanza tell us that somewhere poet was also aware or scared, we can say, doubtful that what precautions he should take. No, nobody was able to guide me. When I returned from learning, now he tells about his coming back when he returns from the that place, Lyonnesse. When I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes, mark the word magic. Now I think that you are well aware of the word inner glow. Right? We have read that chapter now, that visit to Cambridge, and we talked about eyes. And here I again talk about the magic in my eyes. Magic is not simple magic. Magic is the inner glow. Magic is the attraction that we find in the eyes of the saints, where this magic is related to the glow on the faces of the saints. You can just recall that people used to say आमतौर पे लोग बोलते हैं कि आप ऐसे हम ऐसे वो ऐसे संत थे या वो ऐसे संत हैं कि आप उनसे ज्यादा देर तक आंखें मिला के बात नहीं कर सकते इतना उनकी आईज में ग्लो होता है or that glow is due to their meditation, that glow is due to their, you can say, उनके जो तप का होता है, their inner glow, that of their enlightenment, you can say, that is enlightenment. So, with magic in my eyes, then this point also, he returns from Mary's and people met him, as we noted here, that a new glow in his eyes. What people noted? A new glow in his eyes and a crumpled piece of paper. That was the point in his pocket, which was later added in his Bible. So when I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes, all marked with mute surmise. Surmise means guess. Guess. People guess. They were not sure. They were not able to understand, but they guessed. All marked with mute surmise. Mute, quiet. All were quiet, all were stunned to see that glow on the face of the poet. But they guessed. My radiance rare and fathomless. Radiance and fathomless. Very deep glow. That was the glow which cannot be described. When I returned from Lyonnesse with magic in my eyes. Happiness means the deep, the depth which cannot be measured. The radiance is the inner flow. So in this story, he tells us that what he enlightenment he got by visiting that place. This place really is unknown to people, which was not visited by common people, and we can say where nobody visits. Uh, then they have a different kind of guesses about that place. But when he returned, people noted different kinds of magic in his eyes. Magic means the inner glow, the glow of insight, the purity of soul, spirituality. So somewhere, here the poet want to tell us that sometimes we get which we or what we do not expect. So one thing more I want to add here in this story that I'm going to describe you poetic devices. Poetic devices are the devices which are used by the poet to enhance the you can say that quality of the poem or a different that is called the figure of speech. So they are the different devices. I will tell you the devices used by the poet. First, you note down anaphora. 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 Anaphora is the repetition of the phrase. If you can see this sentence, when I set out for Lyonnesse, then again we will use this phrase when I set out for Lyonnesse or returned from the Lyonnesse in the last stanza when I returned from Lyonnesse. It is a repetition of the same phrase. So this device is used is called device used here is called anaphora. Anaphora. Then alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of a consonant. Repetition of a consonant means if you see the second stanza here, mark the second stanza. What would W and W verb this sound? Mark these two words. What would? It is the use of alliteration. Alliteration. Alliteration, repetition of a consonant. If you check this next word here, dust, declare, third line, second stanza, third line, dust, declare. Whether you can see D, D. The same consonant, same sound is repeated here. Wisest wizard. Hearing, you can say. Hearing of the same sound. It is called alliteration. Then is the symbolism. Symbolism तो आपने देखा the rhymes where I told you earlier. Symbolism. The rhyme was on the spray. Means from some symbols we understand what the poet want to convey. Poet uses some symbols to describe the scene, to describe the situation, to describe the description of the time and all. The rhyme was on the spray means it was all the frost sprayed on the trees and leaves. Then starlight with my lonesomeness. It means it was night time, sky was full of stars. My lonesomeness is here. My loneliness means the poet was visiting that place alone. It is called the symbol. So I hope that you understand and I would like you to share your queries.